Hi, I'm Alexi Pukanikan, and we're balling today, tomorrow, and most definitely yesterday. At what cost? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again for another week of sports analysis, another week of sports build-up. However, let's just say the ultimate sports event in the world, the ultimate one, which is the Olympic Games, it has now finally come to a conclusion. All right, yesterday was the closing ceremony. All great and dandy. Tom Cruise jumped off the freaking stadium roof. Snoop Dogg, Red Hot Chili Peppers, performing in California. I'm about that. Nice, smooth little transition right there. I mean, it's kind of funny because if you really think about it, it's like Americans fuck with the French. You know what I'm saying? Like if you even like the athletes, all like the celebrities, they fuck with France. France got the culture. Paris, it's all like, exquisite, like a freaking fancy city and whatnot. And they have the resources to really ball the hell out over there in Paris. However, that's the thing. It's like there's no, like it doesn't go the other way around. Like I don't think that many French are going to be showing up to LA going like, yeah. Dude, LA is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, only Americans would go to Paris, and go like, yeah, Paris, this is the shit. But, like, I don't think French people would go, like, to LA and be like, this is cool, bro. Like, nah, I don't think that would happen. But, overall, the competition is all about the medal count, the medal table, who's got the most medals. And this year, like most of the other years too, or the other Olympics, USA achieved the most medals, which is 126 total. And out of those 126, 40 medals were gold. And in terms of the gold medals, I mean, I think it's fair to say that like the total amount of medals is like the big thing. However, like you can count it. Like I think that's another category too, like who got the most golds, right? And then I think third category, which is really good to take into account, is like how many medals a country has compared to how many golds. Like what's like the gold medal ratio? Because like imagine like if a country didn't win they didn't win 126 medals, but like won a lot less, but then most of the medals they got were gold medals. That's pretty darn impressive as well. So yeah, China and US on the gold category, they were tied. US won that like total medal category. And if I check over here, I was double checking this earlier already. Let me just triple check now. But I think the country with the best conversion rate is New Zealand, because New Zealand's got a total. Oh, no, it's Uzbekistan, right? New Zealand is a very close second when it comes to like the conversion rate, the ratio of like total medals and golds. They had 20. New Zealand had 20 total medals. And out of those 20, 10 were gold. So they had like a 50% conversion rate to gold medals, which is absolutely insane. However, the more insane part, Uzbekistan, they have 13 medals in total. And out of the 13, 8 were gold, which is crazy. So 2 silver and 3 bronze, and then 8 were gold medals. And 5 of those 8 came all within the men's boxing divisions, like 5 different weight classes. Men's boxing won that. and then one from judo, one from taekwondo, one from wrestling. So Uzbekistan, they really got that martial arts thing down, which makes me think too, because I will talk about UFC later, but like, where's the Uzbekistan fighters in the UFC then, or even in the top of the top in boxing? Like, why haven't I heard like of some Uzbekistan killer that's like murking people? Because so far Uzbekistan's record looks like just a bunch of gold medal killers, like ready to go. So I mean, it's absolutely insane. Shout out to Uzbekistan, because I think they deserve quite a lot of praise for that one. I mean, Norway too, they got eight medals total. 4 of them were gold. Look at Ireland. Ireland had 7 medals in total. 4 of those were gold. So I think percent-wise, that's a more impressive gold medal conversion rate. But anyways, congratulations to all the countries that participated, were able to score gold or any kind of other medal. Even for the countries that didn't score a medal, Finland, you know, that's the great thing of you Finnish and Chinese. It's just, Finland, no medals. That's fine. Let me check. Oh, China, 91 medals. Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah. We won. Anyways, but if you want me to be completely fair and upfront with you, and then tell you about like, oh man, like, seriously, the level of competition with this sport and that sport, and they went to the wire on this one, I can't tell you that. I personally cannot tell you. I mean, the main things, yes, the biggest games, yes, I can give you some kind of analysis about that. But this Olympics were it's just full, like the social media, the internet, everyone getting together, because everyone is watching this at the same time. And this is this biggest sporting event in the world, I think, other than some fucking football games that I don't really know about. It was an Olympics full of memes. There's like Olympic gold medals to be given out for like the memes that were created. First off, I mean, this comes without saying, this guy has reached next level celebrity status. But Turkish Olympic shooter Yusuf Dikec, this guy goes beyond viral. I mean, I don't even have to. Let me do the pose one time. Let me give you my iteration of the pose. Put the mic down. Was that it? Maybe get a screenshot. That was definitely the thumbnail. Or let me get a little. Let me do the face one more time. I think I'm close. I've just. There we go. Okay, I think I got it out. All right. This guy, beyond viral. I mean, beyond viral. And it's for a good reason, because if you kept up with this, Yusuf Dikec wasn't the first, like, Olympic shooter during the 2024 Olympic Games to go viral. He wasn't the first one. The first one was this Korean lady who, she like does like a head tilt type thing, and then she's got all these like the like the freaking things that help her aim, right? Like she's got these like eye things or patches or whatever the fuck, right? And she actually kind of went like half viral when she was broadcasted. However, it was like 2 days or like a day after where Yusuf Dikec was, competing. And then this guy went by storm because I think it helped the fact that that Korean chick first went like slightly viral because she was like, oh my God, she looks like a character out of a movie because she's got these gadgets on her and she's just like icy cold. But then it's like you turn that to the flip side. There's this gray haired, like basic looking like dad type guy, Turkish guy, who just shows up with no gadgets at all, no hat, no nothing, picks up the gun, puts his hand in his freaking pocket, and then shoots, gets himself a silver medal. That is what it's all about. And I'm glad that the internet made this guy go viral because it just comes to show you. It's like, we love that wholesome content, we love simplistic content. I know part of the reason why he went viral was also just because people were like, dude, this is some Turkish assassin, dude. Like, there's a reason why this guy doesn't need any of the gadgets, because this guy's a real life assassin who fucking just pulls up. He has to be undercover. He can't have any gadgets, so he just has to use his eyes, shoots accurately. So accurately that it scores him a silver medal. And I mean, that's just legendary stuff. It really, really is. And shout out to Yusuf once again for going super viral. The most viral guy coming out of this Olympic Games. And it's so viral that a lot of athletes, a lot of other Olympians just picked it right up. That was their celebration or their intro pose. Or if they ever hit a pose, it's that one. I'm telling you. Great. And now, like, dude, imagine the hype behind this guy when he goes to LA and shit. Like, that's crazy. Like, people are actually gonna be like, wait, that Secret Service is gonna pull up to this guy when he comes through the border and be like, hey, dude, we kind of need your help, bro. We kind of need your help, bro. CIA gonna come to Yusuf and be like, look, listen, we hired a fucking like another dude and he missed. So, Yusuf, we know you're not going to miss. And also, they can't track you. You're from another country, so they can't track you. Oh, my goodness. Hilarious. Anyways, next person to go freaking viral, to be memed on. Rachel Reagan Gunn. Rachel Gunn, a.k.a. Ray Gunn, Australian breakdancer, goes absolutely viral after she pretty much just or people think at least, she's just like gyrating on stage like she just popped like 2 Addies and had a fucking J&T and just hopped on stage and went ham. Yeah. She killed it. In my opinion, she killed it. I think she killed it. Like, obviously, she knew how to break dance. It's just she artistically went with another way, guys. Come on. It's all up for artistic interpretation. Right? What are we talking about? She's busting it down. The energy was great. What? No, that's good. No, come on, guys. Because, like, right? Because at least she went up there and gave it 100%, right? Like, even if she knew she didn't have the technical skills to do all those like flips and tricks and whatnot. Dude, bro, I'm going to be busting down ray gun moves for the fucking next 4 years at any club I go to. I'm going to just get down on the ground and start going like... just... Holy shit. That's hilarious. No, that's just fun, guys. That's just fun. It's fun. We're having fun. She's in Paris having fun, guys. You think she's going like, oh my God, if I don't get a medal, I'm a failure. No, she's like, I'm here to have fun. And to be fair, breakdancing, it was fun. As like... when the men's finals came along, like, that shit was heat. And almost a bit of a shame that they're taking it away already. They're not going to be having no breaking in LA in 2028, which is a little bit unfortunate because I think it has quite a lot of entertainment value in terms of, like, it just looks fun. Like, you know, sometimes you're shooting an air pistol. Like, that's the point with like Yusuf going so viral. It's like, you know, it's just the picture, right? It's not like you're watching the air pistol shooting competition. You're going like, whoa, this is riveting. You know, you're not going like that. So Ray Gun, thank you for providing us some pure entertainment. That was awesome. And it's a video form because Yusuf, it was just a picture. Ray Gun, we got like a full, like a minute video about, like a 30-second video, some clips. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's all it's all about. And considering Australia did very well in the medal count too, you know, so what? We have Ray Gun here busting it down, having some fun. It just shows you that Australia, we're loosey-goosey like that. But still, we can fucking get some medals once we want to. All right, next up. Now, this guy is a savage. I need to actually kind of search his age before I start talking the way I talk, because I might be a little bit 24 years old. God damn, bro. He's a year or two older than I am. But brother, he is a few tiers above my lazy ass. Armand Mondo Duplantis, or Duplantis, if I were to be American. I'm pretty sure it's Duplant. It's like French almost, like Duplantis. I don't know. It sounds that way. This guy breaks the world record for men's pole vaulting fucking by like a great margin too. Like, it was like effortless for this guy. This is like quite similar to, you know, some of the US athletes, how they dominate certain sports, but this was just like pure, like, bang. Pole vaulting too, like one of the more, I think, exciting track and field or athletics events there is. And it was just like simply the fact that this guy was the only one going for the heights that he was going for. Like, no one else was near his level. And then he just gets it done, hits the Yusuf Dikec pose, goes to celebrate with his, you know, like freaking just absolutely gorgeous girlfriend and, you know, the rest of his family. And it's just one guy. You think about it that way. It's just one guy out there doing his thing. I just had to put it out there because this guy's a fucking great sensation. Where it's like athletic wise, it's just like he's just levels above. Like, they're like, it's gonna take like 10 years to even develop someone that's kind of close to what he's doing right now. So Armand Mondo Duplantis, congratulations to you. You are one hell of a young savage in the Olympic Games, in the sporting world. Throwing this out there, that was the more international. We got a Swede, we got an Australian, we got talked about a Turkish guy. Now let's get to fucking Team USA, because that's what it's all about. They were the ones, and they produced some viral moments. My favorites, Sha'Carri Richardson. She was cold, man. I'm getting freaking goosebumps just thinking about this, man. She was icy when it came to the women's relay finals, four times 100 meters. I mean, just Sha'Carri last 20 meters of her 100, and she was the last one to run for her team. Looks over, looks back, savage, bang. I mean, it's crazy too. She's so ripped. I didn't know women could be like that ripped. Like, that's insane. And that's just so icy, man. That's what it's all about. A little bit of showmanship as well. A little bit of for the show and shit to entertain all of y'all. And that's just cool. Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson, especially after some controversies that she was a part of, you know, like leading up to the Paris Games, you know, like a couple of years ago. This is where she needs to be. This is where she deserves to be. Winning gold for Team USA. Bang! And I think the MVP, I think the MVP, which surprisingly he was not given the MVP, goes to Steph Night Curry. I would shout out Katie Ledecky. I would definitely shout out Ledecky. Definitely shout out Simone Biles as well. But when it came to like shit, we might not get the goal. Fuck, how we gonna get the goal for Team USA while we are supposed to get the goal for Team USA? It was Steph Curry, bro. It was Steph Night Curry, man. He carries Team USA in the semifinals against Serbia and also in the finals against France. LeBron, yes, LeBron had his moments of clutch, especially during the finals against the France, but I think the difference maker, the most impactful reason that Team USA were able to secure that gold medal is just because of Steph Curry. Because Curry was, first of all, if it wasn't for Curry fucking shooting like 80% like the first half or some shit going against Serbia, like then Serbia would have pulled away way too much. Like if it wasn't for Curry, Serbia would have been like up by 30 during the semifinals. And then you go to the finals, like Curry just he gets icy, you know, like every time you're like, fuck, France might get a chance to pull this one back, Steph just goes like, bang, 3, get the fuck out of here. Bang, 3, get the fuck out of here. I mean, guys, from my eyes, from like just watching basketball, I started like 2016, 2015 type of thing. Like, I don't, like, in my eyes, Curry is the greatest. Because no one does it like him. Like, it's just no one plays like him. It baffles me. It just throws me in a loop. This guy, it's inhumane. This guy, and I hope he wins. I hope he joins in 2028. LeBron has already said that he won't be there for 2028. He's already gonna be enjoying the retirement lifestyle. However, Steph Curry, he still has some chances to get another Olympic gold. And who knows, he might just win one more championship with the Warriors in between these 4 years. Who knows? But hey, last but very not least, and I think this was the number one thing that kept me so engaged with the 2024 Olympic Games. It is every single one of these models who, like, every single one of these models that disguise themselves as athletes. Like, what is that? What is that? That has to be a requirement nowadays. It has to be in the criteria when a fucking country considers if they're going to take you in the Olympic Games or not. Right? Like, is it just me, or did every single female athlete just all of a sudden turn into supermodel material? And I don't even got like the teenage hormones where I'm like, that's just so, she's so hot. Like, I don't got that. But I'm trying to like watch these, like, you know, like these sports competitions during the Olympic Games, and I'm going like, damn. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? Honey, what are you doing putting yourself through physical strain? You should be in fucking Dubai getting paid to go shopping. What? What are you doing here, honey? What? And then the fact that they are athletes make them like 3,000 fucking times hotter. It's like, what? You're this good looking, and then you also want to compete, and like you have determination and focus, and you know what? This is insane, guys. I guarantee you, countries are considering looks now. You know, also the dudes are always, I mean, they're all built, so that helps, but like, what the these women, if anything, it should be illegal that they're that hot, man. It should be fucking, that's like doping type of shit, you know, like that's that's fucked up, dude. It's insane. I mean, these athletes were all, these amazingly great looking, beautiful, stunning Olympic athletes were all lying, dude. I don't know what their models first and then athletes second. What are we talking about, ladies? You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Now I'm looking at all these different, I'm like, hey, well, you know, they're young, they're, you know, like they're my age, right? And they're competing once they retire, and I'm at a better place in life, dude. I might just shoot my shot at one of these ladies. Think about how, like, how put together their family is too, you know, like they're all like, you know, like an Olympic family and stuff. No, yeah. I'm telling you, watching the Olympic Games got me thinking about my goddamn future and shit, you know, my fucking future wife and shit. Woo! That's insane. I'm literally fucking heating up a little bit, goddamn. But thank you to all the beautiful ladies competing in the Olympic Games that kept me on the edge of my seat. No pun intended. Thank you, ladies. God damn. But anyways, let's go to something a little bit less, you know, like aesthetic. It's the UFC. Oh yeah. And guess what? Here's the thing about the UFC, guys. Here's the thing, and I don't know if you know this or not yet, and I think it's very important to put this out there. John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. We're going down under now. Ray Gun, I hope you're gonna be there. Oh my god, imagine Ray Gun's gonna be in the fucking crowd of UFC 305 Perth. That would be a legendary. Oh my goodness. Or if someone does like a Ray Gun celebration. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Yeah, and I would consider this weekend's UFC 305 card in Perth to be one of the most stacked cards ever in a long time in Perth, in Australia. This is absolutely stacked, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start off by saying Jack Jenkins, Casey O'Neill, Junior Taffa, honorable locals fighting in the prelims that I'm going to be watching out for. They're climbing the rankings. Casey O'Neill especially, she's ranked, trying to make a mark in the division. But let's move straight down to the main card, and this is not like guaranteed because I'm checking the website right now for UFC 305. They haven't like put down the prelims or early prelims or like just regular fights, so I'm sure that's gonna reveal itself later on this week. But assuming that this is the main card, I think the first fight will be Li Jinliang, the Leech, who is finally back in the octagon after being away for almost 2 years. And this guy who's my favorite Chinese fighter. I mean, he's number one, and then Zhang Weili, she's like close second, right? She's champ. She's like pound for pound way higher than the Leech. However, the Leech been around for a long time representing China, and just overall fucking very, very elite fighter coming out of China. And yeah, 2 years away. It was after a fucking the most egregious controversial split decision loss that he had to take against Daniel Rodriguez. I mean, just absolutely freaking disgusting. It was a disgrace, and that's why I think it was very acceptable that the Leech had to just, like dip out, kind of like go off the grid a little bit for a while, because you lose a bullshit split decision like that. And also, he was one of the more active fighters for a very long time. I think the Leech has been around since 2016 or something like that. So, very understandable that he just wanted to take a longer break. And I think it's just going to be much more dangerous. However, it doesn't scare me that Leech has been away for 2 years. That doesn't concern me. However, it does concern me the guy he's fighting, which is Carlos Prates. And this Brazilian motherfucker has been murking people ever since he debuted in the UFC. He's only had 2 fights so far, but he's ran through both of the fighters. I mean, he's like really violent and aggressive and a bit of a savage, like all Brazilian fighters are. It just concerns me, okay? Because I don't want this narrative to be like the Leech stays away for 2 years, comes back against one of the top new killers in the UFC, and then he gets fucking murked. That's definitely the worst case scenario in terms of this matchup. So, Carlos Prates, hopefully you aren't that crazy good. I have my concerns. Hopefully, let's just say unanimous decision to the Leech. Hopefully the Leech uses his grappling skills, a little bit of ground and pound, because Carlos Prates, he's a high-level kickboxer, very high-level, very aggressive, a very great striker. I'm sure he knows his jiu-jitsu. However, I think the Leech just got to take this the smart way, try to like control the pace instead of letting Carlos control the pace, and then I think we can put Carlos away. We can humble him a little bit. But dude, I'm scared of this Carlos Prates guy because he is a killer, and I really enjoy watching him fight as well. So banger matchup to start the main card. Next, you got Tai Tuivasa. Bam bam, bam bam. He's going against another killer, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Bam Bam is ranked number 10 in the heavyweight division. Rozenstruik is ranked number 12 in the heavyweight division. I'm not going to go deep into this. Whoever gets hit first with a flush strike, you're losing. It's just GG's. It's I think these two gentlemen just know how it goes. They know the deal when it comes to the heavyweight division, how it goes when you're in the heavyweight division. You just gotta be swinging, trading until one big boy can't take it no more. And I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna tell you that Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa can take a shot, can take a bigger shot than Rozenstruik. So that's the prediction right there. let's say I got the Perth picks right here. I'm gonna go put Leach dub by decision, and then here I'm gonna put Bam Bam I'd say TKO via TKO round 2. Yeah, simply put that way. Let me just give me a sec. So that's how that heavyweight bout will go. And that is right before what I consider UFC 305. You guys are so stacked. I love what you guys have done. And this is like the trio. I consider this the Oceania trio, whatever you want to call it. So because of that, I say almost there's two co-main events, two like a feature act and a feature act, co-headliner, headliner, okay? This is how we're going to analyze the UFC 305 main card. And the first co-main event, whatever you want to call it, is Dan Hooker going against Mateusz Gamrot. Dan Hooker nowadays fallen down to number 11 in the rankings in the lightweight division. And Gamrot has been slowly climbing, and he's currently at number 5 in the lightweight division. Look, Gamrot is a great fighter. He's very well-rounded. I believe he will be very aggressive. And I think he's going to be actively trying to win every round, because I think he knows, like everyone knows, you just cannot put away Dan Hooker. Like, there's no such thing as putting away Dan Hooker. Seriously, there's just none. So, with that being said, I think Gamrot will be aggressive, trying to overwhelm, trying to be like active, like scoring the points to win the rounds, because he knows he's going to decision. There's no fucking way he's putting away Dan Hooker, right? So, with that being said, I believe the Hangman can hang. Dan the Hangman can hang with the gang, dude. So, with that being, I think the fact that Dan Hooker has been also away from the UFC for over a year now is a very positive thing for him, because that just gave him that extra time to recover, to make improvements, to just get better. So I think this is one of those moments where the Hangman will make a statement. He's going to take this opportunity, not take it for granted, and absolutely just perform, because Izzy and Kai Kara-France, they were both very vocal about trying to get Dan Hooker on this card. And now UFC kind of like, granted their wish, granted everyone's wish. And in that way, Dan Hooker's going to know, okay, they gave me this chance, I'm going to take this chance. So, boom. I'd say Dan Hooker. I think this is going to go decision as well. I think Gamrot is enough of a savage where he's not going to be put away that easy as well. So I'd say Dan Hooker dub by decision as well, for sure. I think it's going to be a 3-round war. These lightweight guys are absolutely different to any other division. But yeah, let the Hangman hang. Let the Hangman hang with the gang, dude. Second co-main event, or officially the co-main event. Kai France. Kai France. Don't blink. You know. Kai France is going against Steve Erceg. Kai France is sitting at number 4, and Steve is sitting at number 7, both in the flyweight division. Now, this is most likely for maybe this is like for the belt, rematch for the belt, maybe. I do believe so. I don't really know, or maybe for like the number 1 contender. Whoever wins this is going to be fighting the number 1 contender in the flyweight division, which is currently, I think, still Brandon Moreno. Both gentlemen have already fallen short chasing after the gold. For Kai France, it was 2 fights ago when he lost to Brandon Moreno. And for Steve Erceg, that was his most recent fight where he lost to Alexander Pantoja for the championship. KKF, Kai France, is more experienced. However, Steve has this like obvious freshness to him. Like, he's fresh in the UFC, and this freshness you can see from just the fact that he's very, very active. He's been just like I think he's check it out real quick. I think he's been in the UFC since only 2023. Yeah, halfway through last year, but then he's already had 4 fights and fought for the belt already. So this guy has that like enthusiasm, this kind of like just fresh energy about him, who wants to stay very active. I'm rooting for Kai France because even though his last fight was a loss, it was a bit of a controversial loss as well when it came to split decision. Steve is pretty damn determined, though. I've seen clips of him just being very vocally like self-critical when it came to his fight against Pantoja, and it comes to show like he actually has a very high level of maturity, even though he's like still considered like young in terms of like MMA age, like 29 years old, and only have like being on his like 4 fights in the UFC. But he is definitely a rising talent. Steve has the height and the reach. I think this goes the distance as well, man. I really think this goes the distance as well. I think Kai France, if he's just as aggressive as he usually is, mixes up grappling with the striking, closes the distance, ground and pound, just aggressive stuff like that. I think Kai France could take this, and I'm obviously rooting real big for my boy Kai France. So, Kai France, I think it really is going to be an all-out war. It's the flyweight division as well. These guys can definitely go all the way. So I say KKF, dub by decision. Bang. And ladies and gentlemen, last but very not least, the main event, the headline of UFC 305, Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis. Israel Adesanya, 2-time middleweight champion. I think it's 2-time. 2-time middleweight champion. Now coming in to try to be the 3-time middleweight world champion. He's ranked number 2 right now in the middleweight division. Sean Strickland is sitting pretty at the number 1 spot. And Dricus this will be Dricus's first title defense. And to put it simply, I think Izzy takes this. Izzy so far comes back. So far, in terms of like if we're trying to see a pattern, he comes back with a victory after a loss. You think about how devastating that loss he took against Alex Pereira and then what he did on the rematch. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Yes, Israel hasn't fought Dricus before. However, he lost, and not even the, like, I don't think he just got outclassed by Sean Strickland, but it's not like he got his ass whooped by Sean Strickland. He just got outclassed by Sean Strickland. With that being said, I think Dricus, if we're going on that side, I think Dricus has very big potential on just staying within the top 5 of the middleweight division for a long time. And I think Dricus can cause moments of slight trouble and awkwardness, because he is so awkwardness to Israel Adesanya. But man. And truthfully, this is the battle of who's the true African. This is Africa versus Africa, no matter if it is one white boy versus one dark-skinned boy. This is very weird. This is just very, very, very weird matchup, I think. In terms of, like, this is being for the championship, I mean, let's just say this. I think Izzy has such a high fight IQ where he just always makes improvements, always makes adjustments in between, like fight camps and in between fights, that I think Izzy wins by TKO in the 3rd round, or in the 4th. However, if Dricus pulls this off, I think it's going to be one of the greatest upsets ever. Like, although right now the odds aren't like that huge, I think this is like because I don't think anyone's saying that Israel Adesanya is washed, right? Like, I don't think he's washed, but maybe he's not murking people like he used to. But this is Israel, the last stylebender Adesanya we're talking about. And I know he likes the ring of 3-time middleweight champ, just the fact that, he is kind of like he wants to cement his place as possibly the greatest middleweight of all time, overcoming Anderson Silva. And I do think that if he murks Dricus, I think he is the greatest middleweight of all time. I really do think so. Because then it's just like 3-time middleweight champ. Like, he's taken it back twice. Right? Like, kind of like taking, like, just making a statement. Like, nah, this is my belt. This is my division. No one can mess with me while I'm here. So, with that being said, last Perth pick of the pod. I'll just write Izzy. Everybody will know what I mean. Izzy, dub, TKO, 3rd round. And that's that for the weekend down under. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the NFL preseason right now. Preseason is kicked off. It's very fucking exciting. Like, I'm almost like in disbelief that, the NFL season is starting within a month. I'm beyond excited. I can't wait to get back to the okay, here we go. Week 1, week 2, week 3. And then just seeing the whole plot of the NFL regular season just unravel itself before our eyes. But it's been a wonderful preseason first week. You know, like I don't think there's anything like crazy eye-opening. I think maybe the fact that the Bears beat the Bills 33-6, that's maybe like one score that I'd say is a little bit weird, but otherwise, ooh, I will say this. Chargers only scored 3 points against their matchup against Seahawks, which is a little bit concerning because that's what the Chargers have been missing. Like the only way they can reach their potential is if they get their offense together, and 3 points, even if it is just like the second string players, only a field goal. We need a little bit more than that. I'm not going to lie. So either way, no, preseason is here. Just a little bit of a build-up. I won't talk about anything in depth this week. Maybe next week, but we'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, that's that for today. Thank you for joining in. I'll be back tomorrow. More than excited. And we'll talk then. Ciao. See you later. Bye.